Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'm reading Job 12 of the King James Version Bible, and it reads, "And Job answered and said, No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you. But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Yea, who knoweth not such things as these? I am as one mocked of his neighbor, who calleth upon God, and he answereth him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. He that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamp despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke God are secure. Into whose hand God bringeth abundantly. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the Lord hath wrought this? In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind? Doth not the air try words, and the mouth taste is meat? With the ancient is wisdom, sorry guys, and in length of days understanding. With him is wisdom and strength. He hath counsel and understanding. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built again. He shutteth up a man, and there can be no opening. Behold, he withholdeth the waters, and they dry up. Also he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh the judges fools. He looseth the bonds of kings, and girdeth their loins with a girdle. He leadeth princes away spoiled, and overthroweth the mighty. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged. He poureth contempt upon princes, and weakeneth the strength of the mighty. He discovereth deep things out of darkness, and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. He increaseth the nations, and destroyeth them. He enlargeneth the nations, and straighteneth them again. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth, and causeth them to wander in the wilderness, where there is no way. They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunken man." Alright guys, so here's Job's rebuttal to Zophar. Okay, so he's still standing his ground, though in his confused state, and in his pain, and in his discomfort, he remembers who he is. But there's something else. He's saying that he's righteous. Okay? And like the Lord says, our righteousness is like filthy rags before him. Okay? So let's continue. So he is speaking of God. He's saying that God is the one that is in control of everything. Nothing happens without God knowing, right? And he's going through this, and God knows why he's going through this. And understanding we're mere men. As you see where he says in chapter 2, why am I saying chapter? Verse 2, "No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you." Alright, so here where he's saying that ye are the people, he's saying that these men are but people, and their wisdom shall die with them. He has understanding also, Job, and he's not inferior to them. He knows what they know, right? He knows the same things that they know. He knows who God is. He knows God for himself. So why is he being mocked by his friends, by his neighbors, by his brothers, right? And being laughed to scorn? He's basically reproving them of what they're doing, and saying to them that God is the one that is in control. Nobody else, no one knoweth anything. God is the only one. So if God stoppeth a man's mouth, stoppeth up a man, then there can be no opening. Like he says, whatever God does, no one can undo it. It's only God that can undo it. God controls everything. Like he says, like he so rightfully said, God is in control of everything. God is the one that controls the breath of life. He's the one that controls everything. He knows everything. And so it is not for Eliphaz, Bildad, or Zophar to come and condemn Job and tell Job what it is that, why it is that he's going through this, and how it is that he's paying and judging him and all these things. That's not for them. That's not their place. So basically, Job is letting them know, okay, this is not your place. This is not for you to say you're a mere man as I am, and you will die also. And whatever you think you know will die with you too. Okay? The understanding of God continues. But whatever you think you know, however you think, however smart you think you are, however you know that you have a right to reproach me, then you're not equipped to do so. Only God is. Okay? And so that is what he's doing here. So he's basically reproaching them just like you reproach. Basically reproaching Zophar the same way he had with Eliphaz and also with Bildad. Alright, so guys, just remember, God is in control of everything. He's the one that controls everything. So sometimes when you see people going through their situation and you see them going through trials, Christians, I'm speaking of at this point in time, it's not because they're not living their Christian life in the way that they should, that they ought to. It's just because they're in their season. God knows why they're going through their season, and he's the one helping them and sustaining them through their season that they're going through. It's not for us to judge or to condemn or to actually try to say, okay, they've done this or they've done that and make assumptions. That's not for us to do. We should pray for them. Pray for them. So whatever it is, if they're going through a struggle, God knows everything. And if you have a spirit of discernment, you will know what is happening, and you will know whether or not it is that they did wrong or they did not. And you will know how to pray for them, to help them, not to condemn them, to help them. Okay? Because that's what we ought to do. We ought to be our brother's keeper. And as I tell you time and time again, our brothers are not just our brothers by blood. Our brothers are anyone that we come into contact with. Anybody that we converse with, anybody that we're in direct contact with, anybody that we have to deal with in any way. And we know that there's a lot of indirect conversations taking place, a lot of indirect meetings due to COVID-19. So we know that those are our brothers also, not because we have not met them in person, we only meet them over webcam or whatever it is, through a telephone conversation, whatever the medium may be. They're still your brothers, and so you should pray to help them, not basically condemn them. Okay? Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I guess I'm really tired, more so than I even thought. So I'm gonna just leave it right here, and you guys can read through again, and if there's anything that I miss, then I will try and fit it into the next video. But I think basically everything was covered here. I covered everything because there was not much to cover, right? It was basically just a continuation of what Eliphaz and Bildad started. So Job was just basically correcting them in the same way according to what they had spoken to him. Alright, so guys, remember to continue to walk in your salvation, and if you've not gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.